Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, September 16th, and we are here trying to help you make better or perhaps less bad financial decisions. If you need some assistance, if you're going through a big life change, a transition of sorts, don't forget we are here for you. Both Mark and I are certified financial planners, and we love talking to you. We love trying to help you weave your way through the maze of life and maybe, hopefully, try to make your life goals sync up with your financial goals. So if that's you, what you ought to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com. Click the Contact Us button. Check the box if you'd like to come on the air live with us. Don't forget, we've got a couple of things here. Sign up for the free weekly newsletter. Comes out every Friday. Mark does a fantastic job with that. Also, you must check out our subscription service. It's called Jill on Money Live. For $35, you will have access to quarterly live webinars and bonus video content, plus the back catalog of everything. Now, our next webinar is coming up next week, Tuesday, September 24th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Our focus is real estate, and gosh, I think there are going to be a lot of questions about that. So as we begin the Federal Reserve Week, here we go. Let's talk to one of our listeners. This is Jennifer, who's on the line from the Pacific Northwest. Hello, Jennifer.
Good morning or good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for taking my call. It's an old-timey kind of conversation
Old
here.
school.
Like, right? I'm with you. I often will be like, caller, and no, it's not caller. It's, I don't know, let's just say listener Jennifer. What is on your mind?
Well, I called in 2022 to ask about mostly retirement potential and how to fund my kids' college.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I had about $70K and a 529, and I was overpaying my mortgage. And you set me right on that.
Okay.
And you shifted that money to the 529, and that's all good.
Yeah.
But you also said I have ESPP and RSUs.
Yes.
And you said to stop doing the ESPPs. And
Okay.
I didn't listen, Jill. I didn't listen, but my company stock went way, way up.
All right. So good for you not listening to me.
Yeah. And in that moment, I sold a whole bunch of stock. I sold about $200K worth of stock.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So my
Jeez.
kids' college is fully funded.
All right.
I sold about 2/3 of that stock at the highest possible moment. Okay. So there it is.
Great.
Now, with that $200K, I funded 125 in her 529. And I saved the remainder for taxes, thinking I'd have a big emergency fund, thinking, I knew there was going to be a big hit for this big. So then, let's see, my
Wait a second,
company,
just one quick question. When did you sell the stock?
2024.
Okay. We don't have to pay that till next spring, is what you're saying.
Right. So
okay.
I'm totally aware of that. Now, what happened in the same year that happened to be the big tax year was while the company stock was going up, they stopped giving out RSUs. All right. Once it's worth a lot, they stopped giving them out. I didn't know that was going to be a problem because I'm a big saver. I always did my, you can do the 22% default of RSUs or the 38%.
Mm-hmm.
I did 38%. And all along, I was getting a lot of RSUs, and my withholdings were low because on my W-4, I said I'm married filing jointly, which I am, but apparently that's not good enough.
I'm lying. I was
not. No. I always thought I was fine until I have a financial person who looked at it and said, well, you need to do the safe harbor payment for 2024. And I said, wait a minute. I thought, what are you talking about? And she said, because these RSUs offset your low withholdings. Now you have to pay this huge withholding. So I paid for just the safe harbor just to get me up to my safe harbor. I paid $25K already without even the taxes on the profit of the big sale.
So, okay. It's all right.
Well, now my issue is I'm ready to, all this money, that's fine. It was kind of free money. It's fine that it's all going to taxes, but I don't know what to do in the future because my cash flow is so tight that I can't do the withholdings. I can't make extra withholdings to make up this $25,000 every year.
Well, why don't you just reduce the amount of money for the RSUs?
No, the RSUs are automatically taxed.
At the time of grant or the time
Yeah,
of,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So if I don't, and I sat on them for years. That's why I didn't know this. I sat on them for years, all along getting taxed. I'm sorry, getting withheld really high at that 38%. And now that there aren't RSUs, that high offset isn't helping that my withholding is so low.
All
So
right. So wait
how
a
do I
second.
pay this tax bill?
How much money do you make?
I make 140.
And your spouse?
He is a stay-at-home dad.
Okay. How old are you, Jennifer?
I am comfortable with 36, but I'm 55.
I don't want to be 36 again. I want to go back. Let's just have a moment for a second. You want your body to be 36, but you don't want your brain to be 36.
Agreed.
Okay. Now, let's go through
or your bank account.
Really, exactly right. What money have you accumulated? That's what I want to know. So we have the college fund is done.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you have?
Okay. Pre-tax, I have 700. I'm just going to estimate these. 700 in an IRA from a previous 401k. The husband has an inherited IRA of 400,000.
How long do we have? What's the clock on that?
That was granted in 2014, so I don't have to do that.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Good.
60K, husband's got an IRA. Another 30K in an inherited Roth. I have a 401k from my current company, about 250.
What about cash in the bank?
We have a joint brokerage of 750.
750 grand in your brokerage account?
Yes.
And you're whining about the taxes that we have to pay? Come on.
I am whining about the taxes I have to pay.
Oh my God, poor you.
Help me out. Come on.
All right, I'm going to get you off your pity pot in about a minute. Keep going.
Okay. I have a 70 in my own brokerage, about 100 left in ESPP. That's, that could shrink down to nothing or that could grow. I have another 50K in RSUs that are vested. But again, that can go up and down. Probably got about 25K in cash.
Do you work with you said a financial person. So you have a CFP or a financial advisor. Is that what you have?
I have a CFP.
Do you work with a CPA also, like an actual tax person?
I just started. So the financial guy has a CPA on staff who's the one that told me about the safe harbor, but she doesn't do taxes. So I do TurboTax every year. I got to get a professional this year, and I found that person. So
get with that person and say, I need you to do a dummy tax return for me. I need you to look at where I am, right? And get me the number. You need to know the number. What do you, because based on what the financial person saw and the in-house CPA, what do they estimate you need to have set aside for the sale of the stock from the employee stock purchase plan?
Right. They say about 50. Which is exactly what I have left over.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you need 50 grand extra. Do you have any other near-term needs for you guys, for your family?
No.
Not nothing
really.
within the next 12 months, right? Okay.
No. Just vacation. I'll use a bonus for that. Yeah.
Okay. When's the bonus?
Bonus, the big one is in April. They do two. One's 60%, one's 40%. So there's a small one coming this month. All
right. So that's good because you'll be able to have, if you get that small one this month, how small do you think that'll be when you say small?
After taxes, like 6 or 7 grand maybe.
Okay. Got it. Inside the two brokerage accounts, are there any losses in those accounts?
Oh yeah.
Tell me.
I don't know offhand, but I know every year we do that, the 3 grand that you can do for losses. My financial guy at the end of the year always balances that. Always does what's that, tax harvesting?
Yeah. But what I'm really looking at is making sure I would do all of that. I would sell as much as I could to raise some money out of your brokerage account. And I don't know what percentage of the account is losses or not. I would start taking those losses. I would grab my cash right now. I'd get a $50,000 CD and pop your $50,000 into that CD right away. Right away. And then your tax bill is paid for. It's over there. Okay. Push it aside. But I would do that now. and then you don't have to think about it again. And you really should be, in a year like this, I think, you had a huge tax event, right? So now the next piece of this is you're going to work with your CPA and your CFP to make sure you've got a game plan for how you are going to pay the increased tax bill. Right now, what are you contributing to your retirement account, into your current retirement, your 401k? How much are you putting in there?
I do the maximum of 30.
Because maybe you shouldn't.
Oh.
Maybe we need your cash flow. If you look at the amount of money, I don't know how much money you guys spent, but you got a lot of money saved. So what do you expect in terms of your like you said, like, I have my vacations, I have fun. But like, what do you think that spending is going to look like in the next few years? Like, give me the dollar amount that you think you spend every year?
$100,000. Yeah.
And
that's with the mortgage and all that good stuff. But that's yeah.
And you will not have any pension, right?
No pension.
And what's your game plan for when you would retire?
Yeah, I think about it all day, every day.
All day, every day? That's no. You think of it a few times a day, not all day.
60 is the longest I can go. I 60. If they don't.
Okay. All right.
If they don't boot me out first, yeah.
Because you've been whining and complaining
about
your tax
I'm old.
bill? I'm totally kidding you. Okay. So if that's the case, we got 5 more years. And then at that point, you guys, you're going to just stop working completely, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then maybe what you do is, you start at that point to pull some of the money out of the inherited IRA. You start using that to live on, and while your tax bracket is low, because you're going to have this very interesting period of time, between 60 and, I guess for you, what's your full retirement age? 67?
Yes.
So you're going to need $100,000 a year. So you have the inherited IRA to use. We got to get this money out of here. So you're going to need to take the money out. $120,000 a year, $130,000. You're going to get rid of that. That's going to be done. Maybe we take it out of her pre-tax IRA. Let me think about that, because the inherited IRA, is there a required minimum distribution at some point on that?
Yeah. Every year there's required out of both of those.
Okay. So let's do that. So let's try to do let's do the inherited IRA first and pull that money out and get rid of it. And it'll be done, right? Because you're going to plow through it. You got to get rid of it eventually. And then you'll start using your pre-tax IRA. Nice and easy. Okay. You're going to do that. It's going to be easy peasy. Get this kid through school. It's not a problem. And then what are you going to be left with? You're going to be left with, how much money is in your current 401k? You said $250?
250.
5 years, you're not going to put $30,000 a year away, but it's going to grow and it's going to be good and you're going to be fine. And then you get to have the ESP, the RSUs. What happens upon retirement with those? Do you have to kind of get rid? You know what I mean?
That's a good question. The RSU, well, the ESPP you own, so those are but the other ones, there's just not going to be enough of them. They kind of stopped doing it, so they have to vest 4 years, so they'll be vested.
Okay, so when you retire, they're like, yes, this is all your money, basically.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah,
I got it. So then I think what we're trying to do is get the money out of pre-tax accounts from 60 to 67. What will your Social Security benefit be at age 67?
At age 67, it's $3,600 a month.
What's
if
70?
I make it to 70, it's $4,600.
Oof. And your husband will be claiming on your record, or did he work previously?
He worked previously. It's little, but yeah. His is between like $600 and $1,000 a month.
So he'll be claiming based on your record, basically. Is he the same age or older?
He's older. He's 60.
You're going to have a lot of money here. Mark, do you think that Jennifer is entitled to whine about her tax liability or not? Should we give it to her or not?
Does she want some cheese?
Well, in my defense, I don't think it's a whining. I just want to know where I should pull the money from.
You're laughing at me, and I'm laughing at you.
$700,000 brokerage account right there.
I want to sell the losers in the brokerage account. That's what I want to do. Sell the losers. Okay?
So every year when the tax bill comes, I just go to the brokerage account and I take whatever money I need to pay that bill. That's
exactly it. What about estate planning? Is that all done?
Oh, Jill.
Jennifer.
I have a pretty dated will. So yeah, I promise you, as soon as taxes are done, I will focus on that.
You
Promise.
say that. But okay. All right. I'm going to believe you. I think that this is great. Listen. So let's recap. Jill, you gave me lousy advice about the employee stock purchase plan. I gave you prudent advice, not lousy advice. You couldn't have known.
Advice. Nobody knew. It's fine. Nobody knew it was coming.
So that's number one. Number two, yay, you have more money than you thought. That's great. So you got the college funded. Amazing. You're going to have to pay a heftier tax bill, which is like, again, because of this windfall, which is a good thing. Oh my God. It's so great. And I'm so happy for you. All I want you to do is to, at least once you get to the point where you're like, you've got a grip on the tax situation, you say, oh, I'm so lucky I get to pay all these taxes. That's what that's my hope for you, is you'll get there.
Yeah, I knew this year was going to be ugly, and it's just future years I'm concerned about, because this year I have the windfall to pay the taxes, and future years, now I know I'll just pull from the brokerage or whatever.
Yeah, perfect. Okay.
All right.
Anything else?
Okay. You think I look pretty good in retirement too?
I think you look great, but I have a feeling you're going to be working longer than you think. I don't know why.
Oh, don't say that.
Well, I just think that it's like it sounds to me like you're the kind of person who sort of gets sucked in. Like, this is nice, this money. I don't know. It's like, it's great money. We'll see. If you don't want to, you're going to be fine. You got plenty of money. You're in great shape, and you don't spend that much money. By the way, what was the mortgage interest rate that you were paying down early, by the way?
Oh, yeah. 2.625.
All right. So if I may have led you astray on the employee stock purchase plan, I certainly made up for it with not paying down a sub 3% mortgage.
Right. Yeah, right? You set me straight. And it's that whole psychological thing of, I don't want a house payment. But once you set it, well, you could make more money over here, then it makes sense. But there's that human need to not have a mortgage.
I know. Well, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah.
I'm behind you. All right, my friend, you are in great shape. Good luck. Stay in touch. I can't wait till you call us back in 5 years and tell us that you are like, I'm retired. Here's the dumb advice you gave me, and I have so much more money than I thought. Just keep calling back with more money. Okay? That would be great. Hey, if you want to come back on the air after being with us, we would love to hear from you. All you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com, and click the Contact Us button. Don't forget to check the box if you would like to join us on the air live. We'd love to have you. So it's very easy. And by the way, while you're there, just bookmark the website. It's so much easier, because then, every time you want to ask us a question, there it is. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And we like to remind you to please lift someone up. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.